This is a walking street in Pettah. Walking street, meaning people and tuk-tuks.
In this vlog on the mega shopping center, One Gall Face, I'll be dealing with the following topics. You're welcome to scrub along the timeline to get to any topic.
Every intersection I come to, I have the desire to walk the street to its end. It looks so fascinating. You don't see a whole lot of fruit and vegetables here. You see some, but not a whole lot. That's where I came from. That's where I'm not going. I'm continuing this way. You see a lot of endless small businesses. No big chains. No Walmarts, no Costco's. Just small commerce. Done in a very rudimentary way. A lot of manpower involved and maybe lost. So what you have here is commerce at its most fundamental. Can you imagine, compare this to Home Depot. And there's so many people standing around. How do you find anything here?
I'm walking through Pettah, discovering my favorite part of Colombo because there is so much hustle and bustle and so much authenticity, but there's a nagging feeling. Is there something modern here in Colombo? Well, let's go look. Well, yes, it turns out that there is a brand new shopping center that was opened just less than a year ago from my being in Sri Lanka, and it has the unlikely name of One Gall Face. Welcome to Travels with Lobo, based in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Since my vlogs are the antithesis of 25 things to do in Sri Lanka, this detailed series of vlogs on Sri Lanka will be about 40 parts, so please subscribe, and if you learned something new, give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Today is New Year's Eve 2020, and according to Google Timelines, I was on Koh Samui in Thailand exactly a year ago for New Year's Eve and New Year's. So, wishing all of you a Happy New Year from Lobo from Victoria, British Columbia, and may your path to a vaccine be a short one. Well, yes, it turns out that there is a brand new shopping center that was opened just less than a year ago from my being in Sri Lanka, and it has the unlikely name of One Gall Face.
Here's a look into the future, a future that has largely been realized, I think, because there is the One Gall Face shopping mall below and these giant towers above them. On the left is a Shangri-La hotel, and I see that's advertised here, so that might be opening soon. And those are 3 residential towers. So if you're planning to move to Colombo, check this out. But I think you'll be surprised at how expensive it is. I just have a feeling it's not going to be cheap. But they say that Colombo is the next capital in Asia for a breakthrough. It's got a long way to go.
At the end of last week's vlog, I made reference to discovering beautiful Colombo. I had a week to think about that, and no, it's not a beautiful city. It's interesting, but it's not beautiful. It may be someday, but not yet. Interestingly enough, the mall, the residential towers, the hotel are all owned by Shangri-La Hotels and Resorts, a Hong Kong-based multinational hospitality company founded by Malaysian tycoon Robert Courtt in 1971. The mall is so grandiose and spectacular at 490,000 square feet that it bears comparison with Bangkok's Icon Siam, which was only opened a year earlier. While it seems big compared to Icon Siam, it's relatively small. Icon Siam has a square footage of 5,650,000 square feet to make it Asia's biggest shopping center. Oh my God. That would make Icon Siam 11 times bigger than One Galle Face. It almost doesn't seem possible. It's mind-boggling, but I'll stop there. Oh yes, I'll leave a link to Icon Siam. That's in my Asia 2000 series vlog number 5 at the end of this vlog.
Here's a sign that says Chili's and American Grill is going to open up soon. That's quite amazing because I'm in Sri Lanka. So far I've seen very little of any kind of chain or multinational business. Right there is Galle Beach, the Indian Ocean. This is a desirable part of Colombo along this beachfront. And I'm actually at ONE GALLE FACE, brand new shopping center that just opened up here. And let's have a look inside. I did have to go through stringent security, airport-like security. That is a fact of life here in Colombo. Might be a fact of life throughout the country after the terrorist attacks of last Easter, killing, well, let's just not talk about that. So as I walk in here, it reminded me of a new shopping center I saw in Bangkok. This one is not quite as big, but boy, when you look at it, wasn't expecting this in Sri Lanka, in Colombo downtown. You'd think the merchandising is back in the, I don't know, I hate to say it, the 50s maybe. So this is quite stunning. And you got the top names here: Gucci, Kareem's, Paris Boutique, and so on. Let's have a look from the top. Very interested in the food court. See if I can get a decent cup of coffee, which I haven't yet in this country. Actually, it takes quite a bit of adjustment here in Sri Lanka when it comes to the food. I'm far from adjusted. Last night I went to a seafood restaurant that some tuk-tuk driver took me to. And, well, it was okay, but boy, the atmosphere in there was like, I don't know. There was no atmosphere. It's kind of hard to adjust to. A word about the tuk-tuk drivers here in Colombo. It's a desperate battle to get money out of your pocket. That's the bottom line. It all starts with nothing, but they want to get everything they can possibly get out of you. You can't blame them. It's their livelihood. So here's a McDonald's. Yeah, I can get a cup of coffee here. Yeah, sure. That's good. McDonald's is always good for a cup of coffee and more. So maybe they don't have a food court. Here's a Burger King that's not opened yet. Oh, it's down on level, lower level. That's probably where there is a food court. Toys R Us? No, not Toys R Us. It's just a toy store. Contrary to Thailand, you don't see a lot of hello. You don't see a lot of Western tourists, the odd ones. Most of the time I'm walking around and I don't see any other Caucasians. Let's see, am I at the top? Don't think so. Let's have a look. As with any place that has expensive stores, it's a different class of people here. That is for sure, a different class of people than what I see down in my favorite areas to just walk around and enjoy the atmosphere. Wish I could think of it. Here's a ramen bar, very nice. So Here's a restaurant called Tuk-Tuk. How appropriate. Tuk-Tuk. The famous Tuk-Tuk that still reigns in Colombo. Here's that former name of Sri Lanka, Ceylon. So here's the spa, Ceylon. I'm now going down to the lower level, and I'm eager to check out the food court that they have or don't have, because so far eating in Sri Lanka has been really problematic. Really problematic. It's really tough. You don't even have the food studio. You don't have a go-to place like 7-Eleven to get a coffee or something like that. For my breakfast, I like to have yogurt and oatmeal. Well, they have yogurt here, but it's in really, really tiny containers. I haven't gotten myself to try it yet. But there are things here. Magic Corn Food Studio, the Manhattan Fish Market. Here's Carlton, whatever that is. Seem to have nice pastries and stuff. Burger King, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, you can even find that downtown. Pizza Hut, Subway, Baskin Robbins. And you can find KFC downtown too. It's actually quite a large selection as I look further ahead. Here you have the Waffle Cafe. It looks interesting. And something delicious. Can't read that. Bubble Me. Fresh Intentions. This might be interesting. Looks like juice. And here is Bread Talk. If I'm not mistaken, I saw this in Vietnam, Bread Talk. I'll have to check that out. And they had pretty nice stuff in Vietnam. Still tough with all these meat and pastry combinations. Sausage standard, ginger mustard sausage. Still hard to find something to sink your teeth into. And here is maybe the future for Sri Lanka. Keells, full-fledged supermarket. Wait, there is sort of a supermarket downtown near my hotel, and it's just abominable, But this is good. See if they have any yogurt here. Yogurt. Yeah, this looks like yeah, right there. Yogurt. But it's in the tiniest of containers. But at least they have it. 80 rupees. That's about 70 cents. It's about the same price as in Thailand, but for a smaller quantity. Now I wonder whether I can find oatmeal here. That would be nice. If you're a coffee fan in Sri Lanka, you might be a little bit disappointed because the main thing is the Nescafe, and there's this stuff that comes mixed with coffee, cream, and sugar, and probably lots of sugar all in one. And they have the only imported coffee I see is here from Lavazza, But then these other coffees are probably imported too, since they don't grow coffee here in Sri Lanka. That's to be proven wrong. After my complaints about no oatmeal, I do find oatmeal here. And breakfast cereal. And instant, yeah. But having said that, from this point on, for the next 17 days, I'm going to be staying in accommodations with breakfast provided, so I won't be buying that after all. So a good selection of breakfast cereals.
Kudos to you if you are still here. I really appreciate that. And I hope you learned something new. I know I did. There's much that I did not know at the time when I shot this video that I know now, which makes it so much more interesting. See you next Friday. So together we can improve our knowledge of the beautiful city of Colombo. Like I said, I need to revise that. Beautiful it's not, but it's interesting.